It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
In terms of pack one, pick one, there's Grist. I'm a big fan of Mox Opal. Mox Opal's at its best when you have other Mox in, though. It's not quite as good to first pick it as to get it like third or fourth pick after you've let on a Mox. It does kind of stake your territory in the artifact deck, though. I kind of want this Bloodbraid Challenger. I kind of want to just tear it up. The card's really good at that. Plus, we just did a Grist deck, huh? We gotta stay green. We gotta stay green on St. Patrick's Day. Do they still send you the full set IRL if you collect it in the game? Yeah, there's a bunch of restrictions on it, but they still do set redemptions. All right, Mr. Hyde with the $5 donation saying slight change of vibe. This is Raining at Sunset by Chris Thile. Not familiar. Got a little acoustic guitar in there. Let's grab Lelia. Lelia fits, huh? Ooh. So Lumberjack, the cool thing about Lumberjack is that it wheels all the fucking time. I'm going to grab it here anyway. I would take the Spring Heart over the Plunderer, and I do like Plunderer. I was going to make sure I get this fucking thing. Rumble's good. Rumble's real good. Finds my Bloodbraid Challenger. I can find it right to the graveyard and fill up the escape cost too, huh? Chandra's okay. It's better to turn 2 off a Lumberjack, though. AJP Feinberg needs the sub. Thinks it's 79 months. Was the Viking lecture from the Greek courses? I don't know. I don't know Feinberg. I'd have to ask my fiance. I can't remember what it was called. Drafted a curve all right. Yeah. Not huge on Rabble Master. Let's take Reclaimer here in case we get Cradle later. And this is between Salvager and Glorybringer. I kind of dig Salvager. I'm going to take the Glory B, though. Lord Sorrow with the 70 months saying, oh shit, happy St. Patty's. To St. Patty's. Appreciate you, Sorrow. Little Force of Vigor for the old sideboard. Talon Gates is pretty good with Reclaimer. It's nice to have with Reclaimer, but Force of Vigor is pretty premium sideboard card. All my nails are fucking full of dirt and chipped and stuff. I'm working in the yard. I started putting together my my flower beds the other day. And the drill that I was using was so shitty. It was like this $20 fucking drill that I've been using for forever. It doesn't even like hold the drill bit. I have to keep on rescrewing it back in and stuff. Good for what I needed it for, just like a few small projects, but it was becoming less and less ideal. And in this case, it wasn't driving in long screws. I had these like 2-inch screws that I was trying to drive into to build my my raised garden beds. And so I ordered a real nice drill, like $100 fucking drill. That had I was going through the reviews. I love going through reviews, like on Amazon or what have you, and reading them all. And this one, everybody that was like reviewing it was like basically beating off with one hand and typing with the other. They're like, "This is the best fucking drill," just like really excited. And I was like, "All right, I'll buy the drill already." Jeez. And then it showed up today, and I got to work with it. And oh baby, might be writing one of them their reviews. It's so nice when you go through from like a total piece of equipment to like something that's actual quality. You're like, oh man, my life just got way fucking easier. What am I starting to put together? Garden beds. 4 feet tall, 4x8s. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this here, Ignoble Hierarch. Pretty premium mana dork when you're doing red-green aggro. Not only from the fixing, but like the Exalted is at its most beneficial in this archetype. Grabad, you're asking the wrong person. I've never sold or bought a set related to Magic Online. Might grab this Jetmir's Garden. Safekeeper is better than it looks. Just preventing all your stuff from getting killed. Wasteland could be good. Something to Reclaimer up. I'm not huge on lands coming in play tapped, but it is a forest for Lumberjack. There's some value there. Atali's not out of the question. I think I want the commercial district, though. I think I'm going to grab that fucking thing. If we did get the Gaia's Cradle, Atali would be very castable, though. Yeah, give me the damn Atali. Give me the fucking... give me this sweet fucking dinosaur. Come on. Come on. You bet it was a DeWalt 20 volts with the reviews? The new drill that I got? No. Why are you going through my fucking mail, Tybalt? That's what I want to know. Titania is pretty sweet with this lumberjack, huh? Just gonna grab the fixing, though. Oh shit, what up? Hey, make patches 3D things in 71 months. Have I played with a Gunnosaur yet? A little bit. I dug it. Oh, pleasant little ditty there. Yeah, Delayed Blast Fireball, pretty good one to hit off of Atali or Bloodbraid Challenger, because they just take 5. They just straight up take 5 from it. Suppose. Let's grab Oddity here. So I've been kind of drafting as though we're going to get a Gaia's Cradle. So hopefully that happens. I just don't like Lavamancer that much here. Not ideal wheels for me. I was kind of hoping that the red-green Surveillant would come back. Not crazy that it didn't, of course. Wow, this pack fucking sucks. Just not good at all. Not for me. Pack one, pick one, you'd be like into Hull Reacher, maybe Mother of Runes. It's fairies there. Athari's good, but I don't think I'm splashing white for it. We just already have some 5s. We'd be going up to this Elegant Parlor. I think I'm supposed to grab Pyromancer here. Let's take Grim Monolith over Hex Drinker. We got some Chonkers, huh? We got some Chonkers we want to ramp out. You know I'm not much of a blue-green drafter. Huh? Literally just drafted a blue-green deck. Is that sarcasm? You sarcasming me? One of my favorite archetypes in the cube is blue-green turns. Yeah, I'll take the Llanowar Elves. The Scarlet and the Nissa are both interesting as well. Yeah, it seems like we're going to be cradleless here. Makes the Reclaimer a lot worse. Hey, that Taiga's helpful. I think it's better than the Verdant, too. Chain Lightning versus Flame Slash, huh? Not a common... Oh, let's grab Relic of Sauron. Usually not an archetype you see Relic in, but it'll prevent us from flooding out, and it'll make the top end a lot easier to get to. It's like a ramp spell, but it's also a little gassy, huh? It's kind of perfect. Albenak is great. Love seeing him live. Hell yeah. I've never had the pleasure, of course. I think Palantir is going to be good here. I think the damage is really good here. Get Sign of Draco in here with the Palantir. They play at your local Ren Fair. Very fun. The Wayfinder is interesting as a way to bin Challenger. I don't think we need it, though. Maybe if we're trying to play that Flage. Jesus Christ, the Athari is still there. And literally no Boros drafters, I don't think our fixing is good enough for it, though. Yeah, I don't want to put that stress on my mana base. Hate drafting is usually a pretty bad strat, Grawbad. Because you're hurting your own deck by taking a card that you're not going to use to hurt one of your opponents. That would be fine to do if you were playing one-on-one, but when there are 7 opponents, It's a little on the iffy side. A little if. Let's get this Pyromancer. I'm gonna ramp into my top end. I don't want to loot it away. Hate drafting in leagues, yeah. Where the person you're hating from might not even be paired against anyone in your pod. I almost want to play this fucking Shock over Curator or something. I kind of dig this. I kind of dig the Forest Weight for both Lumberjack and Nissa. Both Nissas, I guess. You first pick so many Sylvan Libraries? Me too, friend. Me as well. There's just so many things that like fuck with it these days. So many clean answers on top of like the actual Hull Breacher Orc stuff. Yeah, that's a huge benefit of cooperative drafting. It's because then you're sending good signals. So if you pass the person to the left of you, a Llanowar Elves, and they go into green and you're not drafting green, now they're going to send you colors that are not green when it's their turn to pass to you. And then you'll both end up with better decks. And since you're not playing against the person that you're sitting next to you for the first round, that's usually a very good thing to be doing. You would much rather the people around you all have good decks at the expense of the rest of the people at the table. So you could Relic, but then you can't Relic into a 5. I'm just going to Mind Stone here. Beauty. Bad little turn 3 here. What if you want everybody to have a bad deck? That'd be great, Hippofant, if you had control over that. But you don't really have control over the other side of the table. You can certainly tank the decks of the people right next to you, and you can tank your own deck. Tali gets a Lotus Petal from them, and what from me? A Nissa? This is pretty fucking good. What did they fucking attack? Oh, they attacked the Chandra, that's right. Is that lower? I'm like, I can just level up this fucking... I can just level up this Hex Drinker, right? Sitting here like, We saw stuff for Force of Vigor, right? I mean, there's a Lotus Petal. What else was there? I don't remember. I'm not going to bring it in. Got a couple anti-graveyard cards here. Didn't seem like Fireball was that good against what we saw. I'll just bring in Library. Yes, so our thing, sometimes hating a card that you can't beat in a million years, a card that just like beats your deck by itself, sometimes that's okay. Especially if you're not giving up much with the hate draft. Like a replaceable card anyway. There is something to like, even if you do face the person that has that hate card though, they still have to draw it. They have to draw it, they have to have a reasonable draw themselves. The deck has to work. I think I'm just going to run out Monolith on 2 here. Set up for a turn 3 Nissa, maybe. Hell yeah, Kylock, fire it up. It's a lot of. I mean, it's got vigilance. You could attack here. I want to make sure I get my Sylvan Library down. If they're holding more removal, right? You attack with the forest, and then if they like Doomblade at mid combat, then you don't get to play the Sylvan Library. Not an especially exciting opener, but got an ignoble on one. That's not bad. Yeah, for telling this Slay Blast Fireball, let's do it. No, I've miscalculated. Got some Bloodbraid action this turn. This one's pretty good against counters, depending on what we cascade into, huh? Well, this is good against counters anyway. Hello. 2 threats for the price of 1. Opponent's got instant and sorcery in the bin for Curator currently. Chose to remand Screaming Nemesis. Good chance that they've got an exile effect for my Bloodbraid here. Well, I didn't path it. Oh, maybe it's just like a disaster to remand Bloodbraid, huh? Because I get the cast trigger again. I buy it. Eating this. Opponent taking some damage, huh? Taking some damage over there. Just gonna pass here. He's back. Yeah, you want to play that because that's one more card in the graveyard to rebuy your Bloodbraid if they have to kill it again. Fairy turns off the Bloodbraid Cascade. I'm gonna play it anyway. That is Fireball in our exile zone, yeah. It does have to resolve, though, huh? So we might as well save it. Two lethal threats. Your mom lets you have 2 4-power hasters? Bloodbraid's a problem for anybody. Card's messed up. Seems like a matchup for Sylvan Library, This hand is so close to good, but it's not. It's just not. Okay, there we go. You didn't realize how rough Bloodbraid is? Yeah. Yeah, it basically replaces itself with the Cascade and stuff. It's the escape cost is so small. The Lumberjack didn't practice good lightning safety. Yeah, right. Running around in a lightning storm with this fucking shiny metal axe. I like this song, but I'm gonna skip it. Yeah, about that. Well, kind of dicks up my turn. Well, that helps a lot. Okie dokie, take 7. Yeah, Malcolm occasionally pops off, especially if you have some time walk effects. But overall, I agree. I don't really think it's worth it. That is a brutal fucking fractured, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Fractured's still good, folks. Getting a little bit of lag here, just waiting. How does Fractured work with completed ability? I mean, you can see that they made an 8/8 and I made a 4/4, right? And they got the full card, the printed card. Bin 2 lands, draw a 3rd land. Yeah, our best answer to Nissa is Atali hitting something in their deck that answers the Nissa. It's not looking great. Isn't he just a discard outlet with legs? Malcolm? Sort of. It's like a looter where your opponent can block it if they have a flyer, and that comes up, huh? Your opponent plays a Strix, and now your card doesn't work. I would rather have a regular looter. I'd rather have maybe that shadow guy. The werewolf that would like flip and draw cards on connecting was, I think, the best version of that slot, because sometimes it would just win. Your opponent wouldn't have a thing; it would flip. It would just like draw a card on connect every time. The card was great. Frog's in the cube, friend. Well, that's all the remains of the universe. Let's pack this one. You like Shoreline Looter? Yeah, I don't know. A little underpowered. Jeebers. We're in game 3. Oh, my record's not there. Let me fix that real quick. I had some filtering hum. It is not a 50-50 mana base. Oh yeah, on Moto I would also not play, or off in paper I would also not play that werewolf. But the nice thing about Moto is that it does track that shit. I might chill for a turn here to play around Miscalca. I only have one spell. I might as well play around Miscalc. Kind of regret tapping the Monolith. I did it so I could play the Hierarch, but I could have just continued, right? And continued to be able to play Atali through Miscalc. A little pressure for that Teferi, maybe. Now I just untap the Monolith. What's up to 9 cards in hand? Don't like that. They just discarded Vaultborn Tyrant. A little awkward to post-combat the Atali. Because we could hit a haste creature, of course. I just don't think the chance of it resolving this turn is very good, yeah. Kind of what I was expecting, friends. They're sitting there with 7 cards not doing anything, right? Makes sense they have multiple counters. The Atali Cascade's not very good versus this Teferi, is it? It's a bit of a bummer. They have played all their counters that I know about. Why doesn't that one hit walkers, And they still have this brazen to come down. That combined with some random burn might just finish me off here. Nope, no brazen. Do they have win con? They have several. I've got one on board here. Okay. Well, looks good to me. The turn before we were finally going to get our sweet, sweet Atali trigger. Kind of wonder what was left in their deck. I would hope you'd be able to kill somebody after drawing all your cards, huh? Literally all of them. Yeah. Hands needs acceleration, huh? Real fucking bad. I'm going to keep, but say it might just not do anything. Hell yeah, Tuffy. Turbo Depths very often works in green cards too, so be fitting the season. I don't have much going on, so I'm not going to trade Hex Drinker, I guess. Yeah, I like my opponent's board a lot better than mine. Time Walk? Alright, you win. Whereas fallen way too far behind there. I'm actually going to bring in the Shock. Give this Fireball a little bit of support. Cut Cankerbloom for the third match in a row. The rest of this looks fine. Hey, Tuffy the Fluffy, thanks for the $20 donation. That's some nice piping, if I do say so myself. Yeah, we didn't even see if we were going to brick on lands or not. It's just like, yep, done. Picard would be proud. Picard would be proud. Oh, one of my favorite episodes of Star Trek, when Picard learns the flute. Also the best answer to the claim that Picard doesn't fuck. Dude raised a whole ass family. Hey, Subaldanoka, thanks to the sob, thanks to 80 months there, the big 8-0. Flute is underrated because no one can hear it in big orchestras. Yeah. What about the piccolo? Does that count? Everyone that I know that's played in an orchestra that's had to play sit near the piccolos has hated the piccolo. Not the person you want to sit next to. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Gurgles. Hope everyone's having a pleasant Monday. Pleasant St. Patty's. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Bishop, thanks to Sob, the tier 3, the 85 months. Bishop says, Caleb, my favorite only Irish speaker streamer. Is that what I am? Appreciate the 85 months, Bishop. The tier 3, $25 subscription. It's major. You have a universal translator installed. I see. That's where it's coming from. And Star Trek did Irish people dirty. Anyone who's watched Deep Space Nine all the way through is like, why do the writers hate Irish? The Irish? What is this? What is going on? Colmany just eating shit like every other episode. Just the most horrific stuff happening to him constantly. Hey, Webcoils, thanks to the sub, 87 months there. Hell yeah. Are Show and Tell and Tinker good enough with only Citadel and Portal as targets? Citadel and Portal are the two best Tinker targets. Show and Tell, it might depend on the rest of your deck. Oh, you also have Blightsteel. I see. So this is one of those not a question questions. This is one of those I'm actually bragging questions. I see. You started watching Lower Decks? Hell yeah, Gurgles. Yeah, Lower Decks is fantastic. I have a friend who's seen all of Star Trek, and his wife does not like Star Trek at all, but she enjoys Lower Decks. So he gets like a little bit more out of it. Like obviously he gets the in-jokes and references and stuff. But she's still like, it's still like a well-written show. You don't need to have seen all of Star Trek to enjoy it. Good characters and growth and jokes and stuff. Yeah, I think that's one of the more fucked up episodes of Star Trek, Duke the Mushroom. And then everybody just like, I don't know. It's like never mentioned again. O'Brien goes to this mental prison that just like trauma, like it's like 80 years of fucking trauma porn. And he gets out and like, he's in a real rough spot. And the episode gets dark. And then they never fucking mention it the rest of the show. They never deal with it. Trauma gone. Next episode. Moving on. Really good therapy in the future? They don't. At one point on Deep Space Nine, they actually get a therapist. And no offense, but she does not seem very good at her job. At one point, a serial killer takes over her mind, and she just like doesn't tell anybody. It's like you should. It seems like a therapist should tell somebody. Then this doesn't seem right. Was that Gen 3? That was my Gen 3. Yeah, not bad, huh? Get my loot on. Ooh. Hello. Just fucking dead. That was good stuff. Nice to see Fireball pop off, huh? I'm out for a stip. I already have one in the queue, Harrison. Some point, though. I don't know if I'm supposed to mulligan this or not. I do like having the monolith in the opener as the main draw here. Even though it doesn't quite do anything for me yet. Looks like another Time Walk game, huh? Oh, I should have played a Mountain and then the Monolith, and then we could play the Glorybringer. I'm just like playing this Curator, and it kind of sucks. Yeah. Well, shit, huh? Little QB action. So it'd be very good to Glorybringer. Just clear the QB this turn instead of just doing nothing over here. Mark? Nice. Y'all see me just summon that shit? Hopefully that buys me a little bit of time, huh? Not a bad little pest infest, but let's become a I accept your terms. Would I say I'm too old to die young? I am, yeah. I've crossed that particular barrier. It kind of depends on how you're dying, right? Like, if I died of a heart attack, people would be like, it's pretty young for that. But if I fell off, if I fell over doing a keg stand, and like hit my head or something, people would be like, "It was a little, a little old for that, right?" Then. What have you died of, JD? I don't know what JD is. Hey, back-to-back 2-in-1s. That's not bad.